जय जय गुरुदेव। अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद् अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की, इस कॉन्फरेंस आचार्य शीला प्रभुपाद की, नम आचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome to this morning Bhagavatam class. Today we are reciting the verse from Canto 4, Chapter 4. Sati quits her body. Text 7 and 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 7. Tam agatam tatra na kaschanadriyad. Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajñana. Rute swastra vaijñanam cha sadara. Prema Shrukantaya Pariswajay Muda. Tam agatam tatra nakaschanadriyad. Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajjana. Riteshvasrutvai jnanam cha sadara. Prema shrukantaya parisvajurmuda. Tam agatam tatra nakaschanadriyat. Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajjana. Riteshvashruvai jananim cha sadara. Prema shrukantaya parishasvajurmuda. Prabhuji. Tamagatam tatra adriyad. Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajjana. Rite swasturvai jananim cha sadara. Prema shrakantaya parisvajurmuda. Tamagatam tatra nakaschanadriyat. Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajjana. Riteshvashruvai jananim cha sadara. Prema shrukantaya parisasvajurmuda. Tamagatanam tatra nakaschanadriyad. Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajjana. ऋते श्वश्रुवै जननीं च सादरा प्रेमाश्रुकान्ताय परिसास्वजुर्मुडा. माताजी. तामगातं तत्र विमानितं यज्ञकृतो भयाजना. Chasashra. Rute. Mataji, Tamagatam tatra nakashanadriyat Vimanitam yajñakruto bhayajana. Vrite swashruvai jananim cha sadrusha. Prema shukantaya parisasvajurm. What word meaning? Tam, her, sati. Agatam, having arrived. Tatra, there. Na, not. Kaschana, anyone. Adriyat, received. Vimanitam, not receiving respect. Yajñakruta, of the performer of the sacrifice Daksha. Bhayat, from fear. Janaha, person. Rite, except. Swashru, her own sisters. Why, indeed. Jananam, mother. Cha, and. Saadara, with respect. Prema Ashru Kantaya, whose throats were filled with tears of affection. Parisasvaja, embraced. Muda, with glad faces. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation, please repeat with me. When Sati, with her followers, reached the arena, because all the people assembled were afraid of Daksha. None of them received her well. No one welcomed her, but her mother and sisters, who with tears in their eyes and with glad faces welcomed her and talked with her pleasingly. Purport. The mother and sisters of Sati could not follow others who did not receive Sati very well. Due to the natural affection, they immediately embraced her with tears in the eyes and with loving feelings. This shows that women as a class are very soft-hearted. Their natural affection and love cannot be checked by artificial means. Although the men present were very learned Brahmanas and demigods, they were afraid of their superior Daksha, and because they knew that their welcoming Sati would displease him, although in their minds they wanted to receive her, they could not do so. Women are naturally soft-hearted, but men are sometimes very hard-hearted. Today we have to cover text 8 as well. I will read the translation and purport. Text 8, translation. Although she was received by her sisters and mother, she did not reply to their words of reception. And although she was offered a seat and presents, she did not accept anything, for her father neither talked with her nor welcomed her by asking about her welfare. Purport. Sati did not accept the greetings offered by her sisters and mother, for she was not at all satisfied by her father's silence. Sati was the youngest child of Daksha, and she knew that she was his pet. But now, Because of her association with Lord Shiva, Daksha forgot all his affection for his daughter, and this very much aggrieved her. The materially bodily conception is so polluted that even upon slight provocation, all our relationships of love and affection are nullified. Bodily relationships are so relationships are so transient that even though one is affectionate towards someone in a bodily relationship, a slight provocation terminates this intimacy. Let's do Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Srite Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So today we are covering 2 verses. So for the benefit of those who are not following this topic, the verses previously, just to briefly recollect what all happened till now. So first Daksha conducted some yajna, and in that yajna he insulted Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva left that arena. After that Daksha started another fire sacrifice, and then he did not invite Lord Shiva to that fire sacrifice. But Mother Sati got to know that all the other demigods and other residents of different planets were invited, and she saw all the guests were going there, and she felt that okay, she also would like to join that celebration. So Mother Sati was requesting Lord Shiva that okay, we should go and attend, even though he has not invited, we should go. But Lord Shiva gave so many arguments saying that okay, we should not, because we have not been invited, so we should not go, and the Daksha is not having a good, because based on the previous experience, Lord Shiva was convincing her. But finally, Mother Sati did not agree, and she left the place alone to attend Daksha's fire sacrifice. Not only just Mother Sati wanted to meet her sisters and other relatives, and so that was her intention. So with she got angry because Lord Shiva did not agree her proposal. So she went alone, and all other Shiva followers, they accompanied her, and she reached the Daksha's fire sacrifice arena. And after reaching there, her father did not welcome her. Many other Brahmanas also, they did not respond her, and only her mother and sister, they came and they invited her, but she was not happy because her father was not at all coming and greeting her or welcoming her. So if you see that when we see the translation, when Sati with her followers reached the arena, because all the people assembled were afraid of Daksha, none of them received her well. No one welcomed her but her mother and sisters, who with the tears in their eyes and with glad faces welcomed her and talked with her very pleasingly. So the incidents, the events that are happening to Mother Sati and previously Lord Shiva also, giving one important, the Vedic injunctions to us, that is welcoming guests, receiving the guests. Whenever some person comes to our house, we need to receive the guest. There are many Vedic injunctions which tells how we need to receive the guest. We can see that all those injunctions were they did not follow any of the Vedic injunctions, the receiving the guests. So we have the word Atithi Devo Bhava, right? Atithi, Titi means the day. Means there is no day. Means the guest will come, the person will come without any information. And even that Atithi we should receive very well without causing any inconvenience to the Atithi, we should receive. But like if you see the English word, generally we take guest. Guest means, if you see the dictionary meaning, person whom you have invited. Right? So that means you have invited, means you have planned everything very well to receive that guest and serve him nicely. But this Atithi is more broader, higher level. We care that he will not, Atithi means he has not informed anything, he came just like that, and still you have to serve him nicely. So when we see the Sanskrit meaning Atithi, that is a more broader definition, broader responsibility than the just guest. Though we use in the normal context guest and Atithi, the interchange like the Sanskrit word and English meaning, but Atithi has more broader meaning. And if you see, as I mentioned, the Vedic scriptures mentioning very clearly about welcoming and receiving the guests. And if you see in our previous yugas, from our Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, we could see the many great people followed these injunctions. Like if you see the example, Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, I guess, we got the story of Rantidev. The Rantidev, he did fasting for 48 days. And on the 49th day, he wanted to break his fasting. And he got some nice prasadam. So he made it into different multiple pieces, and he was about to break the fasting. And some person came, Brahmana I think. And then he offered the invited Brahmana, and he served Brahmana nicely. Then Brahmana was feeling hungry. Then one portion of this food he gave it. And after that Brahmana left, he was about to honor the prasadam. Again, one more, the beggar or the total 3 or 4 people come one after another. So next person came, and he gave the remaining portion of the food. And the third person also came after with some chandala, with the dogs and other, they came. So he also gave all the things. So after finally he was about to take water, and one more person came. So everything, whatever he had, he was all giving to the guests who were arriving and who visited that place, and giving whatever he had. So this is how that they demonstrated. Finally, those are actually those who came as a beggars. They are like the Brahma, Shiva, and other demigods. They wanted to test Rantidev's hospitality nature. So that's why they tested it. But all the tests Rantidev has passed, and he was not keeping anything for his own, but he is completely giving in charity. The donate whatever food he has, he is trying to offer to all other guests. So in the same way, we can see the example of Ambarish Maharaj. Also, we know he did Ekadashi fasting, but he was about to break the fasting, but Durvasa Muni came. But still, he did not break his fasting. He wanted to wait until his guests arrived, and they honored the prasadam. All the story happened that is different. Like Durvasa Muni got angry when he broke the fasting with small drop of water. Then we know the pastime. We are not going into the detail. So all I am trying to say is, these are certain rules and specified in our scripture, and there are great personalities who followed and executed those injunctions. So when we say Atithi Devo Bhava, the word we have taken, right? Actually, it is part of the bigger verse. This is one phrase of the total verse. This is the Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and Atithi Devo Bhava. This is the verse taken from Taittiriya Upanishad, which is part of Yajurveda. So this is the verse. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and Atithi Devo Bhava. So this is from Taittiriya Upanishad. So the meaning is, what it means, we are not saying that, like the meaning is, Matru Devo Bhava means you need to respect serve mother as good as you serve God. The way you serve God, same way you need to serve your mother. Matru Devo Bhava. And the Pitru Devo Bhava means same way. You have to serve the father the way you serve God. And Acharya Deva Bhava, the Guru, the spiritual master, you need to serve in the same way that you serve God. And finally, Atithi. Atithi Devo Bhava is also very important. This is also same. When a guest comes, You need to serve him the same way, the way you serve God. So it's not, they are not equal to, we are treating them as good as God, not God. You are treating them all, mother, father, guru and Atithi. You are treating them the way you treat God. That is the meaning of this verse. Actually, in olden days, students used to go to Gurukul, and when they complete the study, when they come out of the Gurukul, during this convocation, this is one of the keywords they used to give as a message, as a convocation message to all the students. Because generally education means not just studying some subjects like maths, physics or history, law, something. Not only the education is not just that one. The education is nothing but imparting the values, ethical values, moral values to the students, both. Right? So these are the key messages they used to impart to the students to give these moral values. Because when they venture out, when they go out, they will be equipped with all these values so that they can deal the society nicely. Suppose, let's imagine, if you don't respect, suppose let's assume that if you don't respect Guru, if you don't respect guest, mother, father, what will happen? So a person who doesn't respect mother, a person who doesn't respect his father, a student who respect teacher, he doesn't, and Atithi also. What kind of society you can imagine, right? In the society, you will not have any happiness. If the person is not treating well their parents, obviously the parents will be unhappy. And those reactions he will get down the line. So the society will not be happy. The society will be not in harmonious way. So definitely we need these values are very much important. So these values are important, the reason to keep the social cohesion, right? To keep all the society in a mutual understanding way, to keep the society harmonious way, and to keep the society in a peaceful way. So friendly nature. So these values are very important. Not only that, if you are a devotee, this is our material platform. When it comes to devotee, if simply you come to the temple, do chanting, do service, but if you don't treat your guests coming to visiting the house, Krishna will not be happy. Because Bhagavad Gita says, everyone is part and parcel of Krishna, like different parts of limbs of Krishna, right? So if you are serving Krishna, but you are not serving his different parts, Krishna will not be happy, right? So this is very important value, this principle. That's why they used to teach this verse as a convocation message with those who are leaving Gurukul. So it is very relevant to us in this time, not only on the material platform, at the time, the devotional service level also, this is very important. This is the one reason of why we need to serve guests nicely. We can see in these verses what is happening, completely opposite happening. Even Daksha humiliated, insulted Shiva, who was a guest. And here, Mother Sati, though she's a daughter, but now she married to Shiva. She came to her parents' house as a guest, none of them welcoming her properly. So we can clearly see the society. And we can, from this past time, we can understand when there is no proper respect to the guests and all, what all had happened in the subsequent verses, we see what kind of damage, destruction happened, we can understand. So, but another reason we can understand why the serving the guests and all other parents is important is another reason, little bit philosophical reason we see. Whenever we take birth, we will come with 5 different kind of dates, right? So right from you take birth, when you live, and when you're living in this planet, and when you are when you are dying also, all right from birth to death, you will have 5 different categories of dates. First one, with the dates with the demigods. Because the demigods are the persons, all your bodily senses are responsible for, each bodily sense is taken care by one demigod. Not only that, the sunlight, moon light, water, many natural resources, each of them is provided by demigods. So to live in this planet happily, comfortably, we are utilizing all these sunlight, air, everything, so many resources we are using. Right from the time you take birth until you leave the body, you are utilizing all these natural resources. Means you are indebted to those demigods, and you have to perform how you can, like example, we all are using the electricity is there and water supply is there. So what we do, every quarter or monthly, we get bills. We pay the bills to the water, Sydney Water or any other electricity providers, we pay the bill. If you don't pay the bill, what will happen? They will not be happy, right? They will not ignore. What they will come and disconnect your services, right? So same way, when the demigods are providing to us all the natural resources, the required things on this earth, so obviously we need to discharge our duties towards them so that they will be happy. So the scriptures recommend that we need to perform sacrifices. By doing the sacrifices, the demigods will be pleased, and then they will continue giving all the facilities. And the next one is rishis. We are indebted to rishis. The rishis are the ones who give the knowledge. They give the foundation of our existence. They tell us who am I, why we are here, and what is our ultimate aim. So if you see the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, we have a question by sages. There are the 80,000 questions, sages assembled in Naimisharanya, and when Suta Goswami arrived, then all the sages were asking the question. All those questions, if you see, everything is for the benefit of mankind, not for the sages' personal benefit. They are not asking. Every question is specific to the mankind, humanity, right? So that is how the great sages they do. So we are indebted to those sages as well. So for that, how we can discharge our responsibility? By reading Swadhyaya, by reading the scriptures, by propagating that message to various people. That is, and the next one is Bhuta, means all other living entities, like all the animals and birds, like cow is giving milk, and many other the trees and everything. So whenever if you want to feel refreshed, you go out to the park and you get some fresh energy, fresh air from trees, and when you exhale the carbon dioxide, the trees will absorb, right? So the trees, all the natural, so many things, they are also helping us. So we have to take the responsibility, we have to discharge the responsibility to please them as well. So, and the next one is, so how we can do the bhutas? By protecting them. Instead of killing them, those animals and everything, we need to protect them. We have to protect the trees, protect the cow, protect the animals, which are all serving us very nicely. And then the fourth one is human race. This is very important to connecting to our topic. The human race, like so many other people in this material world, we are not independent, we are not isolated person. We are mutually dependent on every person in this society. So if you are coming to the temple from some far distance, you come by bus or train, means someone is driving the bus to bring you here. Someone is driving the car to so like one example at the day-to-day basis we can. So everywhere a person is dependent on the third person. Not only that, this is a material platform. Even human devotional platform, we need devotees association. With the association is a key thing. If you don't have a devotee association, you lose the motivation to perform your service. You may do one day, you may do next day, but if you don't associate with the people, you will not get motivated, you will not get the proper instructions, wisdom, knowledge, you won't receive. So, and this is where we have dependent. And how you reciprocate to this human being, this is where the today's what the important Atithi. When you guests receive nicely, that is how you discharge your debt towards human race. So, whoever is coming to this, visiting you, you need to nicely treat them, nicely serve them, give prasadam, respect, provide all the hospitality. So that when you do this, you will be reciprocating to the service they are providing to you. And the last one is Pitrus, the forefathers. So this is another one where we have to perform, because of our forefathers we got this body, so we have to perform the Shraddha ceremony. By doing all the Shraddha ceremony, we can satisfy them. So these are all the 5 debts, and that the human race is the one which is important, which we connected to the today's topic, where we need to serve the guests so that we can clear our debts to the human race. But when we see all these aspects, these are all material platform, right? Suppose you do all these activities to satisfy them, to clear your debts, but all debts past debts will be cleared, but you will accumulate more, because you are living here on this planet, you are still breathing. And the more you continuously consuming all the resources on this material planet, right? So you are still consuming, so you will not be able to clear all your debts. Though you past debts, you cleared with all these austerities, sacrifices, performing, but the new debts are accumulating. So what it means? You have to take birth again. You have to, again, to clear these debts, you have to take birth again. So this is called leading to karma bandhan. This Runanubandha. This is carving the debts. Runanubandha is creating. So how can we avoid this? This is the only ways. See, we have three kind of lives we can lead. Sinful life means we don't know any rules. Whimsically, whatever comes, we perform, whether it is good or bad, and we receive the reaction. For bad activities, we say have to take birth, and for any activity you take, you have to take the birth again to get to clear that action. So similarly, pious life, we do like all the pious activities, but at the end of the day, again, you have to take it's not you still when you do pious activities to clear all your past things, but again the new ones you are accumulating, you will not be able to clear all these debts. And only thing is devotion. Devotion is important thing. When we do the serve Supreme Lord, all our debts will be cleared. So this is the important thing. So when we clear to clear all the debts, we need a devotional service. But all these injunctions comes like, even though it's now we are saying that Atithi Devo Bhava. So we do the service to Krishna, and when we do, we follow the Krishna conscious path. When the guest comes, you do that activity in a Krishna conscious way. So that way, we serving the guests, we clear the debts, and we are also performing the devotional service. So these principles are very fundamentals to our devotional as well. Respecting the mother, father, guru, and Atithi is what pillar, the basic foundation for our devotional service as well. So these are all the various philosophical understanding in relation to this serving the guests. Now, there are some scriptural injunctions about the serving the guests we have. So few things we have some time. I will quickly go through some of the injunctions, and there are some stories related to that injunctions, so we can nicely understand. So first one is, we should take care of guests whether they are devotee or non-devotee. We should not discriminate whether he is a devotee or whoever comes, who visits our place, we should nicely serve them. And never see the guests as a burden. So even though you are having any difficulty, or if you have any other priorities, but when guest comes, guest is the priority. So never turn away anyone who is seeking hospitality. Welcome all seekers with the announcement that food is ready. Come, please come. That is what we have to. So we'll also discuss practicality, not just injunctions, and we'll see practical aspects as well. And one story, Srila Prabhupada, one Grihastha devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, what is the actual duty of Grihastha? Then Srila Prabhupada did not mention some scriptural references or anything, simply in one word. Before you eat every day, you go out, call 3 times, is anyone hungry? Is anyone hungry? Is anyone hungry? If no one comes, then you go and have prasadam. This is the one instruction Srila Prabhupada gave to the devotee. But how is it practical in the current scenario? Right? You may go out, if you call someone, if 100 people come, then you are gone. You will not be able to serve even one devotee properly. And if you are in the big apartments, now the big buildings, you see when you shout, 100 people might come. That is one problem. Other problem is, we are having good intention, but not everyone will have a good intention, right? Some people may come with a wrong intention, they may steal something, they come, right? So these are all practical aspects. See, all we need to see is the essence of the instruction we have to understand. So the Prabhupada told, call 3 times, but we need to take the essence of the instruction. Essence of the instruction is serving the devotee without compromising other things. But one example, this is a real story. I was listening in one of the lectures. One brahmachari, I think he was in Vrindavan. He understood the verse, Sarva dharmanu parityaja mamekam sharanam vaja ahantam sarva papekjo mokshachami masacha. So surrender to Krishna, he takes care. So he understood, like even similar story I remember in Ramanuja's pastime, Qureshi. He was asking the same question. When he understand that Sarva dharmanu parityaja, how can I realize this one? The meaning, when I surrender, Krishna will protect him. First, just I am telling the Ramanujachari pastime, then I will tell this brahmachari story. So the Ramanujachari pastime also, Qureshi asked, his disciple asks, how can I realize the meaning of this verse? Then Ramanujacharya told, you go out of this ashram, roam around go out from this place and roam everywhere, without any purpose. And remember, depend on Krishna for every 3 meals, morning, afternoon and evening. You don't know where you are going. You don't know who is going to provide your food. You don't know who is going to help you. Right? With that situation, you go and roam around. And after 1 month, come back and see me. Then we'll discuss. Then Qureshi went outside for 1 month. So, and then he came back, he said, understood. So he went there, he doesn't know where he was going. He doesn't know who is going to feed him. But in all these cases, he was able to survive. He got the proper food and he was able to survive for 1 month. So that is the Krishna's protection. To understand Krishna's protection, Ramanujacharya gave this. And the same example, this story, this brahmachari wanted to understand that. How can I let's see how Krishna is going to protect. Then this brahmachari left Vrindavan. He was roaming everywhere. And he was nicely, everybody is welcoming, but that is our Indian tradition, custom, right? Whenever any sadhu comes, people will receive the guests and they will nicely feed them. And so it happened. He was able to getting a meal, 3 meals every day properly without any difficulty. All his necessities were taken care. Now after traveling in the northern of India, then he slowly entered into South India side. South India, because this brahmachari is from North India, I think from Delhi or the Vrindavan, he eats only rotis, chapatis. But when he comes to the South India, then you will get more rice and other varieties. So he was not getting any rotis. And he was struggling, but still he is continuing. And one day he did not get any food from morning to evening. And so when he was walking, suddenly one person saw this brahmachari and called him, like from his veranda, from the balcony, he called him. So this brahmachari went inside. Then he was asking, are you from Vrindavan or Madura? That host asked this brahmachari. So brahmachari told, yes. Then that host told, okay, I am also from Madura. I did not get opportunity to see any sadhus from, so I saw you, then quickly I realized that you are from that area. Then he invited. Then he served nicely roti and everything. So, and after that the brahmachari left. But the essence I am trying to highlight the story is that we need to take the essence of that instruction what Prabhupada told. Here also we can see that person came out and he saw one person was sadhu is coming. Quickly he invited. So depending on the situation, depending on the circumstances, you need to apply the rule. Not just blindly the literal meaning, but you need to get the essence and invite the guests and serve. That is the important aspect we need to understand. And the next one is, even the enemy comes to your house, we need to serve him such that he will be fearless. That is the injunction we hear from the scriptures. Like this is another story from Ramayana. Like after Lord Ram killed Ravana, and he instructed Hanuman to go and inform Sita that in the Ashoka Vatika that Lord Ravan was killed and Ram is coming to take you back. And then Hanuman went there and he passed the message, and then Hanuman told, okay, I wanted to kill all these servants, the Ravan servants who were protecting Lord Sita, that these people have created so much disturbance, difficulty to them, so I am going to kill these demons. Then Sita told, no, they are not, they are just doing their Ravana's instruction. They are not bad people. They are following the instructions of his boss. Right? And second thing she mentioned, if they did bad, we should not do anything bad to those people. Right? That is one. And then Sita started telling another story. Right? This story, one hunter was going in a forest and he saw a tiger, and I think it was a lion. And he saw the lion. Lion was hungry, feeling hungry, and the lion was chasing this hunter. And hunter somehow escaped. He climbed upon the tree, and then he was happy. But later he realized that there is a bear sitting on the tree, because bears can climb the trees. And then the bear was sleeping. Then the lion saw that bear is there. Then the lion told bear that, okay, so the human beings are our enemies. So lest you push that, since these both are common enemy, the human beings are our common enemy. So the lion was telling the bear that, okay, you push this person, we can eat both of them. So then the bear told, no, he occupied our tree, he is my guest. I am not going to kill him, whatever is the situation. That is what the bear was telling. Then bear was sleeping. Then the lion told this human being, see, if you push this bear, when the bear comes, then I will eat the bear, and then kill the bear, and then I will help you to cross this forest. Then then this person, when the bear was sleeping, he went there and pushed the bear. And then bear was falling down. Suddenly, bear woke up and somehow he took the hold of the branch. Then he came up. But then bear was telling that, see, this human being, you didn't believe me. This human being is our enemy, but you didn't believe me. Now see what happened. Now then lion was telling bear that, okay, you push that person so that we can again. Then bear was saying, whatever he did, he is my guest. I am not going to do anything. So this was the story is that what if the guests, if enemies are coming to our house, we need to treat them in a way such that he is fearless. So same thing, even this bear was exhibiting the same quality. This Mother Sita is telling the same story to Hanuman. No, what if they did something harmful to us? Still that's fine. I am not going to treat them in a negative way. So this is how we understand these injunctions. We need to, even though if the guest is fear, if the enemy is coming, we should treat them nicely. And the other one is, if you have a nectar of immortality, you should not consume first. You should serve others and then you honor it. So if you have Amrit, which gives immortality, even still, you should serve the others first and then honor. So these are all the various injunctions we can discuss. There are multiple things that are there, but yeah, we don't have enough time. So a couple of other instructions like we have. And serving the guests is not just human beings. There are animals, like many birds. I think we see many places, like in India also, people will some grains, they will put outside. Birds will come and they will take the grains, right? So there are not just serving the guests is not just limited to human beings. We can serve all the birds and animals. We have to do. So this is what we can briefly discuss about the serving the guests, treating the guests nicely and feeding the prasadam. There are many other stories, but I think we don't have much time, so I will end here. Any comments, any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Thanks for the class, Prabhu. Prabhu, first of all, are the very learned brahmanas and demigods not following the etiquette, setting a bad example to Brahman protocol? That's the first thing. And secondly, if we actually see Sati not accepting the invitation, reception of her mother and sisters, even, they were talking pleasingly, they were offering presents. Is that, is she, in a sense, leaving the past on the side, much different to Daksha not accepting Lord Shiva as a great personality? So if you actually see pretty much closely, Daksha, Sati, Brahmanas, demigods, they're not following the etiquette, right?
You see, the mother's, okay.
Yeah, Daksha is having the enemy here.
Yeah, Daksha is, yes.
That's why he was actually not hosting properly. But at the same time, Sati also is actually not accepting. Even the learned brahmanas, due to whatever reason, if you actually see, none of them, they're kind of following the example, right? Except Lord Shiva,
Yes.
who just walked away without saying even a word.
Yeah, so if you trace it back, Mother Sati, first of all, he ignored the instruction given by Lord Shiva. There itself, she broke the, right? So she was in anger mode. She was angry, right? So her mood was in that mode of passion or ignorance. That state, at that we can see. I don't say exactly she was in the ignorant, but the mode is in that situation, right? So she was in that situation, and that is one we can say. The second point we can think of is, see, who is the head of this whole thing? The Daksha is the head of that family. He was the head of the fire. He is performing the fire sacrifice. So the people expect invitation when they go there. He's not only just head of the family or the performing yajna. He's a father. So he's the head of in all aspects. He's head. So she's expecting, the head is ignoring her. The head of the family or head of the fire sacrifice ignoring her. Right? He did not welcome. So, and whether that is what the main point we have to think, that because her bad feeling is because of her father did not invite her, received her properly. That was causing the disturbance in her mind. So that's why she was, though mother and the sisters, they were doing the receiving her, but just They know they are on their own, but the main she was expecting his father, because she is a dear most daughter of the Daksha. So in all angles she was expecting more from Daksha, and when it is not, your expectation is failing, she got upset. And in other, if you all are great Brahmana sages, this is not the first time. In the beginning also, when Daksha was doing the sacrifice, humiliating the Shiva, all the gauges were silent. So like it's an association. When you are in that association, you will not be able to. That's what we need to choose, the right association.
Pretty much everybody is psychopatic.
Yeah, that is how we can take. Yeah. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jai. Gaura Bhaktarund ki jai.